We are looking at what I call Abiku, and we start with a song. Jesus, now you be your God. Jesus, now you be your God. Every other God, not so, yeah. Every other God, not so, yeah. Of course, Abiku is also reincarnation in English. It's a Banji, and of course, various other names. And of course, the idea in Abiku is that it's usually a child that is given birth to. After a brief period, the child dies and then comes back to life. In fact, if you look at popular culture, sometimes they make a mark on the child, and usually the child comes back with that same mark when they are born the next time around. But let's look at scripture. Is there anything like approaching reincarnation in scripture? Luke chapter 1, verse 17. This is referring to the birth, the prophecy about the birth of John the Baptist. He will also go before him, before Christ, in the spirit and power of Elijah, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and is obedient to the wisdom of the church, to make ready people prepared for the Lord. And of course, this also references the prophecy given by Malachi in 4 verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and awesome day of the Lord. And of course, the disciples asked the Lord that, the scribes and the Pharisees were always said that Elijah will come before the Messiah will come. And if you look at Matthew 11 verse 14, the Lord, talking to his disciples said, and if you are willing to receive it, he is Elijah who is to come. But of course, this does not mean that John the Baptist is actually a physical reincarnation of Elijah the prophet. What the scripture actually is talking about is that, he would, just like you find in Luke 1:17, he will operate in the power, and the spirit of Elijah. And so this is really what has happened. So it's not really like, reincarnation is supported in scripture. But John the Baptist, modeled Isaiah, because modeled in Elijah in the sense that he lived an austere kind of life, and he was able to show the power of God. And that's why we started with that song that Jesus, now you be your God. So there's nothing God cannot do.